It's unpopular in some quarters, but I would urge that the way in which the apostles interpreted the scriptures and preached the scriptures is the model for us as well. And when they turned to the Torah, for instance, what did they look for? What did they preach about? Well, they preach about many things, but in particular, they preach about Jesus the Messiah, that all the promises of God were fulfilled in him. For example, look at Acts 3 in the sermon that Peter preached there, where he refers to Genesis 12 and 22, when he talks about how in the seed of Abraham, all the families of the earth will be blessed. He refers to Deuteronomy 18, where you have God promising to raise up a prophet like Moses, and that prophet like Moses is Jesus the Messiah. In that same context, he quotes from Leviticus 23, which talks about how those who don't celebrate Yom Kippur will be cut off from their people, but it's applied to Jesus the Messiah. Those who don't give heed to his words will be cut off. And then finally, he says not once but twice that God foretold by the mouth of all the prophets the things which are taking place in the fulfillment that we have in Jesus of Nazareth. So, if you're reading Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, or Deuteronomy, in fact, if you're reading any of the Old Testament, then ask yourself, how in these words is Christ speaking of himself to the church? When you ask that question, you're already on the right road to the apostolic and the Christological answer.